Sitting here right before Yom Kippur, thinking about all my wonderful viewers and listeners, I want to just share with everybody just a quick inspiration for Yom Kippur. We know that tonight we will do something that we only do once a year. We will say out loud in unison, Baruch Shem Kvoid Malchusa L'Olam Bod. Normally, we keep that very quiet because Moshe Rabbeinu took it from the Malachim. But on Yom Kippur, when we reach the level of angels, we could say it out loud. And it's an interesting phenomena. Tonight, when we have the Sudas HaMafsekes in our belly, and we feel full and satiated, that's when we say Baruch Shem. Tomorrow night, after 25 hours of fasting, when we feel more angelic, then in Marav we don't say it out loud. Shouldn't it be the reverse? Shouldn't it be tonight when we're full, we're not feeling very angelic, we should say it low? But tomorrow night, when we're fasted 25 hours, we're weak, then we should say it out loud. And the answer that everybody says is what the Zohar tells us. Machshava da'adam dahi ha'adam. The place where your mind is, that is who you are. Machshava da'adam dahi ha'adam. And therefore, tonight as we get ready for 25 hours of fasting, our heart is trained on being like an angel. Tomorrow night, we're thinking about the babka and the coffee that we're going to have shortly after Marav. Our mind is not angelic anymore. It's trained on the food. Tonight, our mind is trained on the fasting and the devotion. Now, this idea is very important, not just explaining the Baruch Shem Kvoid. This idea is important because where our mind is holding, that's where we are. If when we're davening, we're thinking about what we're going to do over the weekend, then we're not davening. That's not where our mind is. If when we daven, we're thinking that we're talking to Hashem, and that everything is up to Him, and that our tefillah makes a difference, and that He's listening to our tefillah, then we're davening. If a person thinks when he's home, what could I do for my wife? What could I do for my husband? Then their mind is in marital harmony. If they're in their mind, they're angry at their husband, they're dissatisfied with their wife, then their mind is not in marital harmony. And this is the way it is. If a person is always thinking, when am I going to get a chance to do this fun thing and that fun thing, then their mind is treating the world like an amusement park. If a person thinks, when could I learn, when could I do a chesed, then their mind is in Torah v'chesed. Machshava d'adam dahi adam, that's the person. The Yom Kippur is a unique day. There's a Klei Yoker on the pasuk that Aaron al yavai b'chol eis el hakodesh. He can't go in all the time into the Holy of Holies. Ask the Klei Yoker, that makes it sound like, but he could go in many times. He just can't go in all the time. But that's not true. Al yavai b'chol eis el hakodesh, he's not allowed to go in except one day of the year. So what does it mean b'chol eis? So the Klei Yoker says a beautiful thing. He says, Al yavai b'chol eis, don't go in whenever we are under the normal way of being aware of time. Every day we're aware of time. I have to do this, then I have a carpool, I have a client, I have to eat lunch, I'm going to go exercise. We're always aware of time. There's one day that time stops, and that's Yom Kippur. There's nothing else to do. We're sitting in shul, we're not going to eat, we're just davening to Hashem, we're just doing tshuva, we're just begging for our lives and the lives of our loved ones. There is no time. Al yavai b'chol eis el hakodesh. When it's kol eis, when it's time as usual, that's not time to go in. It's an amazing opportunity, Yom Kippur. It says that Hasatan, is B'gematria 364. Because there's 365 days. One day there's no Satan. The Satan is Yetzirah. One day the Yetzirah doesn't bother us. That's Yom Kippur. What an opportunity. No Yetzirah bothering us. We could really dedicate ourselves to Hashem. We could really devote ourselves. There's such a protection. There's such a protection. On the night of Yom Kippur is the only night of the year that we wear a talis. Why? Why? I mean, there are other holy nights in the year. Yom Kippur night, says Ramosha Chaim Lutzatay in his Kitzur Kavonis, that on Yom Kippur Hashem spreads His talis over us and gives us forgiveness. It's an amazing time of opportunity. Amazing. Well, we have to remember, and I just heard this, maybe many people heard it like me, but I heard from Rabbi Jacobson that he quoted from the Tzemach Tzedek, Zecher Tzadik L'Bracha, Zchus Yagen Aleinu, that we find a big difference between children and adults. A child could get angry at a parent and say, I hate you. But then very shortly afterwards, the parent gives them ice cream, the parent gives them a kiss, a hug, they say, I love you. An adult, have a problem with somebody in business, you have arguments with siblings, Yerusha problems, person says, I'm not going to talk to you, 15 years later, he's still not talking to him. Tzemach Tzedek says a wonderful thing. So what's the difference? He says a child would rather be happy than be right. An adult would rather be right than be happy. He's going to be miserable. He's not going to talk to his friend. He's not going to talk to his sister, his brother. Not going to talk to a parent. But he's going to be right. Adults would rather be right than be happy. That's not a good thing. I always say in marriage, winners are losers. You know what? You could win the fight. You lost, you're stuck with the loser the whole night or the whole weekend. Rather be happy than be right. Let's remember, we need to forgive people because even Yom Kippur is not mechaper for our various between us and our fellow man. Now somebody might not be big enough to ask for forgiveness. I think it's easy for a person to say, before Yom Kippur, I don't want anybody to hurt because of me. I don't want anybody to break their leg because of me. I don't want anybody to get sick because of me. I don't want anybody to lose their job because of me. So I'm Michael people. I don't want anybody to be punished because of me. And you might not like the bum, but you don't want him to break his leg and be in traction. You don't want him to get into a car accident. And I always tell people, let's make a deal. Let's tell the Rabbeinu Shalom, you know Hashem, this person does things that are not nice to me, and probably will do it again. But Hashem, let's make a deal. I do things that you don't like, and I'll probably repeat them. So I'll forgive this person, and you forgive me. Let me wish you all a Gemar Chasim Tova Mesuka, a year of gesund, knowing we're healthy, no scares, a year of sweet shalom bayis, a year of parnasa v'revach over chavod, a year of nachas from children, grandchildren, making shidduchim, having healthy babies, and a year of hatzlach and ruchnius and gashmius, that we should see this year the Bias Mashiach Tzidkenu, the Malchus Beis David, the Binyan Beis Hamikdash, b'mher v'yameinu.